A legendary lawmaker's story about his wife's murder was likely a lie. It's 6 o'clock and ABC 24 News starts right now. Good evening and thank you for joining us on ABC 24 News at 6. I'm Lauren Turman. First at 6, local officials address public concerns today during the People's Convention agenda at the A. Maceo Walker Middle School. This was to give Memphians a clearer understanding of what's happened in the city and how decisions that impact them are made. ABC 24's Shekinah Davis joins us now with more on what was discussed during the summit.
Lauren, local and state elected officials gathered here at A. Maceo Walker Middle School to help the public understand the decision-making process and to bring more transparency to the issues that matter the most to the community. The Memphis People's Convention agenda covered a wide range of issues from the city budget, education, crime and safety to labor, wages, and affordable housing. Elected officials in attendance included county commissioners, state legislators, and Memphis Shelby County School Board members. Community members raised concerns about the selection of a new long-term superintendent, questioning transparency, and whether the school board honored agreements made with the public. Leaders acknowledged those concerns and shared how they plan to approach the process differently moving forward. School board member Ote says while challenges exist, she believes the community doesn't celebrate its successes enough and tends to focus more on the struggles. Coming up at 10, I'll have more on how elected officials say they plan to improve transparency and respond to public concerns. In Memphis, I'm Shekinah Davis, ABC 24 News.
Some important conversations there. Thank you, Shekinah. And today, new Chicago community members are once again making their voices heard, demanding that Shelby County commissioners stop plans for a new justice center near their homes. The Citizens Against the Prison Project, a group dedicated to stopping this particular project, has been organizing over several weeks since it was first announced. Under the current plan, the 71-acre site nearing $1 billion will be developed at the intersection of Firestone Avenue and Moorhead Street. If approved, the new jail will also rebrand the name of 201 Poplar, disassociating it from its common negative connotation. Everyone who gathered at the Dave Wells Community Center this morning passed out signs and urged anyone driving by to support their stance that building this new facility will hurt homeowners, families, and create a greater risk for harm.
We put you there to vote our interests and our concerns, not that you base it on a politician, big businesses and others. It's about us, and our voices should be heard, and we put you there for that purpose, not for you to go and make your own decisions. Exactly. And we're going to hold you accountable to that.
And these protesters were outside of the community center for hours. Coming up at 10, we'll have the reaction from one county commissioner who says there may be a way to stop all of this.
And what a great start to our holiday weekend. I'm telling you, 89 degrees today. It was very, very warm, but I'm telling you, the humidity has been low. Raise your hand if you like today. Low humidity means more comfortable weather. You got a feels like temp outside right now at 86 degrees. Currently in Memphis, you got 89. You got some lower 90s, Truman to Covington, 88 Dyersburg, 90 Bolivar. There's Corinth at 90 degrees. So again, it's a comfortable heat right now, if that makes any sense to you. Absolutely. All right, rainfall-wise, we are dry. We are in the midst of a little bit of a drought, so I want to caution everybody, please, if you're going to revel in the holidays this weekend, dry conditions, don't start any fires. They could spread very, very quickly. So here's where we're going. You got 7 p.m., comfortable 86 degrees. 8 p.m. you're at 84. You notice 0% chance for rain. We're going to stay dry all evening long. You got 82 at 9, and you're still comfortable tonight at 10 p.m. You're at 79 degrees. Coming up, we'll talk about a almost fall-like cool down and the next chance for rain next.
Could not ask for better weather in August. Thank you, Mark. And over half of the Memphis Area Transit Authority Board of Commissioners handed in their resignations this week. In less than 24 hours after Wednesday night's full board meeting, 5 members walked away from the body. Now the remaining members are moving forward after a major board shakeup. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco caught up with one commissioner who decided to stay.
This is a emotional moment of the other board members that I have been working with.
Cynthia Bailey says she was shocked to learn her colleagues chose to step away from the MATA board.
I'm unsure of the reason for their leaving, personal, but it's definitely disappointing. We all worked together for 10 months, going on 11 months. October the 24th will be a year that we was emergency appointed by Mayor Young to do our assignment.
Bailey says she's been hearing directly from writers who are worried about what's going to happen next.
Their main concern were the next step, what's going to happen next, and me keeping a positive thought. Well, I mean, what's going to happen is we have to continue with these buses moving every day and try to make this bus system better. Right now, it's shocking to everybody.
Despite more than half of the board stepping down, Bailey reassures writers that previously approved projects are still moving forward, including the 12 new buses the board approved last month. Bailey says it's important to keep pushing ahead even through the uncertainty.
It's more than just saying what's happening. We need to just look forward. We don't want to look backwards. We want to look forwards because we still have hope in this community.
And Mayor Young's office did not give a timeline for when he will appoint new board members or when the city council will resume the process of hiring MATA's next CEO. Another program facing an uncertain future is Shelby County's Office of Reentry. Friday, a judge set bond for DeAndre Brown at $1 million and $300,000 for Brown's wife, Vanessa. DeAndre faces 12 felony charges, including theft and money laundering. Investigators say the Browns took over $600,000 from Lifeline to Success, the nonprofit Brown founded to help former inmates. They say some of that money went to personal expenses, including meals, hairstyling, and even Grizzlies tickets. Well, there is still much more ahead on the news at 6, including this: the life of a former local sheriff who carried a big stick played out on the big screen. Now, a new probe into his wife's murder cast a shadow over the legendary lawman, why the TBI now considers him a prime suspect.
was a scary experience.
You wrote in a Facebook post saying that you and your wife have both received threats online.
People just say things, and you never know what things to take serious or not.
Could you ever have imagined that the political climate would produce something like that, a threat on your life? For the very first time, Memphis Mayor Paul Young sat down with ABC 24 to discuss the moment that someone showed up at his home in the middle of the night uninvited. Join us for this full conversation on accountability and political violence right here on ABC 24 News after the big game this Saturday at 10.
And we're also getting answers tonight on a legendary West Tennessee sheriff who was known for fighting crime with a large stick. He is now the prime suspect in his wife's murder nearly 60 years ago. The life of McNairy County Sheriff Buford Pusser became the subject of films and a TV series. Well, the TBI announced the sheriff's account of his wife's murder did not line up with the evidence, and Pusser likely fired the deadly shots.
Our office believes that the TBI has produced evidence to present an indictment to the McNairy County Grand Jury for their consideration against Buford Pusser for the murder of his wife, Pauline.
A cold case that spanned nearly 60 years is now the closest it will get to justice.
Finally get myself a closure after these 57 years.
Pauline Mullins Pusser was murdered in 1967 in what was reported as an ambush shooting. The only other person present, her husband, legendary McNairy County Sheriff Buford Pusser, is now considered the prime suspect. Sheriff Pusser was known for crime fighting, carrying a big stick, and his story made it all the way to the big screen in the 1973 film Walking Tall, the 1975 sequel, and the 2004 remake starring Dwayne Johnson. There was also a short-lived TV show following Pusser's story. But beyond that spotlight, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation believes is a dark truth in Pauline's death.
This case is not about tearing down a legend. It is about giving dignity and closure to Pauline and her family and ensuring that the truth is not buried with time.
The TBI took a fresh look at the file packed with more than 1,000 pages.
The case file reveals inconsistencies in Buford Pusser's statements to law enforcement and others about Pauline's murder.
It was August 12, 1967, that then McNairy County Sheriff Buford Pusser reported he was headed out for a call about a disturbance, and his wife Pauline went along for the ride.
He claimed that a car pulled alongside his and fired several shots, killing Pauline and injuring him in what he claimed was an ambush intended for him and carried out by unknown assailants.
TBI investigators say that was not the case.
Pauline Pusser was more likely than not shot outside the vehicle and then placed inside the vehicle.
And they believe Pusser shot himself to cover it all up.
Dr. Ravel opines that the gunshot wound to Buford Pusser's cheek was a close contact wound, not long range, as Buford Pusser described, and likely self-inflicted.
The TBI delivered the news directly to Pauline's brother, who says he's relieved.
I think I can lay down tonight and have some peace in my mind.
And Pusser died in 1974, so this case will never play out in court. But soon anyone will be able to comb through the 1,000+ page case file. The TBI says it will make available once this case is officially closed, and you can watch the full news conference on our website, abc24.com. We'll be right back after this break.
And welcome back, everyone. I'm sitting in for Trevor tonight. I'm Jay Weather, and what a day to be in Memphis, right? The weather was perfect, and the Vols won. Of course, Ole Miss plays in about an hour and a half, and I'm sure they're going to win. They're favored by quite a bit. Warm and dry, your weather headlines for the next couple of days. Highs back to near 90 on Sunday. Sunshine into Monday. I'm going to throw in a shower probably Monday evening into Monday night, but the bulk of your weekend for the holiday celebrations looking good. Rain beginning Tuesday into Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, and then it's going to be cooler next week. Almost a hint of fall in the air. I think you're going to enjoy it. In fact, we enjoyed today, even though we saw a high today near 90 degrees. Let's show you where we are right now, 89, but a feels like temp of 86. So the humidity is low, visibility at 10 miles. East winds at 11 miles per hour. There are those temps around Covington, Dyersburg at 88. You got 88 in Holly Springs. You've got some lower 90s for Bolivar and Corinth. Downtown Memphis sitting at 89 degrees as well. But those temps, probably the coolest temps, the coolest 92 degree temperature you're going to feel in August. 92 the high today, a couple of clicks above the average, 67 degrees the low. Of course, we had no rain and we lost another 2 minutes of daylight. Why do I say it's like the coolest 92 degree high you'll ever feel? Because the dew points, look at that. 51 degree dew point in Memphis. Now that means the humidity was super low, so a much more comfortable 92 degrees out there. Currently dry weather, and we're in a drought, so again, don't start any fires, please, this weekend. Some rain showers all around us, kind of around the dome of high pressure sitting over Ohio. We get a little bit of rain chance. I'm thinking Monday evening. Notice the rain showers all around us. There's Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Yeah, rain showers are likely. Probably not a drought buster. And then Thursday, I'm going to throw in a couple of isolated showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. So overnight tonight, you got 60s. Comfortable weather, 68 for downtown. You got 62 Holly Springs, 65 in Truman. Let's go tomorrow. Let's do it quick. Let's go, well, your upper 80s and lower 90s just about everywhere you go. 90 Oxford, 90 in Memphis tomorrow. Let's go into Tennessee, upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Here's your 7-day. Notice 88 on Monday, partly cloudy, comfortable, and then a front arrives with some rain showers and much cooler temperatures here. Look at this. You got lower 80s, Tuesday, rain showers. Early Wednesday, a few rain showers, 83. Most of Wednesday will be dry. I'll throw in a chance for a storm on Thursday. And then how about next Saturday? Almost fall-like, 81 degrees. We'll be back.
Taking a look around the community now, young scholars in Whitehaven had the opportunity to pick up essentials for the classroom thanks to a backpack giveaway today. It all happened at Southland Mall. County Property Assessor and Shelby County mayoral candidate Melvin Burgess held the event for young people finishing their first month of school. The event helped alleviate financial burden that shopping for back to school can have on many families and making sure kids are ready for the next few months of classes. And Memphis will soon have a space to help people heal from loss. This week, the community shared ideas for the city's first grief garden. It will be a free space where people can remember loved ones, process grief, and find peace. Locals offered suggestions on what the space should look like and how it can help people heal.
There's a lot of healing that can happen when we come together, when we're able to process our grief. We're stronger together. So I want this grief garden to make Memphis stronger. In the backdrop of trauma, tragedy, let's come together.
The idea came after the executive director's friend helped come up with the idea after the loss of her son due to violence, and she says she found healing through faith and community support, which inspired this garden. Organizers hope to open it early next year.
All right, time for a final check of our weather. You can see we're in the 80s now, falling through the 70s into the upper 60s tonight. A comfortable weather overnight, staying dry. And your 7-day shows another 90-degree day. Comfortable low humidity for 90 degrees. That's for Sunday. Monday, 88. I think rain holds off until closer to evening. Better yet, overnight. 83. Showers, thunderstorms all the way into early Wednesday morning. And now we're cooling you down. 83s all the way through Friday and a comfortable 81 next Saturday. Lauren, that's nice weather.
It sure is, Mark, and you could not ask for better Labor Day weather for anybody who will be out there grilling or just spending time with their family and friends. Thank you, Mark, and thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here again at 10.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.